Alright. We have beaten Base Heavensward. We're at the Forgotten Night because, well, off stream, like the day after I beat, did that last Final Fantasy XIV stream, I, got Red Mage up to level 60. And now, I can actually get this done. Let's go on ahead and take care of that quest, and then we're going to continue with the main scenario. I've thought about what I want to do in addition to main scenario stuff in terms of like stories. Like, do I want to do Binding Coils of Bahamut? Do I want to do the Alexander raid? Do I want to do Omega when that pops up? It depends on how I feel, honestly. I may or may not. Oh yeah, and I've got 255 gear on my Red Mage, and I have full 270 gear on my Ninja, except for, you know, the bracelets, the necklace, and the earring, but yeah, that's whatever. As long as I have at least item level 255 stuff on everything, on my character, I'm fine. There we go. Alright. Alright, Musketeer Cat. Give me magnification for completing this quest. Lambert will be preparing to move on the Garland Ironworks. According to the plans we viewed, they know that Jessie is scheduled to accompany delivery to the Alamegan Resistance. The ambush itself will be sprung on the outskirts of Revenant's Toll as she makes her way to a waiting airship. It should be a simple matter for us to lie in wait in Mordona and take the ambushers, and Lambert by surprise. Our success will, of course, hinge upon Jessie's cooperation, and I've arranged to meet her to hammer out the finer details. Pray travel ahead to Revenant's Toll, and we will find you on the terrace above Rowena's House of Splendors. Okay. The Musketeers are here to help people. Where's my return set? Ah, tail feather. Which means I gotta go on ahead and go to Mordona by teleport and pay the measly amount of money just to get there. Alright. Hey, I'm here. Oh, those are quests. Those are level 50, dungeon quests. Alright. It's gonna be so hard getting up here. I say as I fly. I'm sorry, were you looking for me? I just felt more comfortable waiting in the corner. Oh, Zaroon and Jessie are here. Right, I've heard about this big plan to murder me. I'm surprised no one's tried it before, considering how the company starts to fall apart at the very instant I leave the room. Hey, Rode, I understand that you and Mr. Garrote here are in charge of keeping me alive while I make my merry way to the airship. Is that correct? Lambert's been instructed to bring his entire cabal to bear on this operation. As long as they've no hint that we're onto their plan, then we stand a chance of wiping out the lot of them. I only wish we could manage it without exposing you to danger. Maybe we could, if I pretended to be Jessie? Dress you up as the deputy president? That's actually a rather clever idea. You'll need a change of hair. Let's get the girl a costume then. I'm not afraid to act as bait, but when push comes to shove, I'll only be in your way. We'll need to do something about that hair. I've got a certain ticket for a, eccentric Elizin. Or, you know, we could just not change the hair color. There we go. From a distance, no one will be able to tell the difference. It's just up and close, you're a bit short. Can we stretch you out by a foam or so? Stretch me out? I'm only pulling your leg, lass. Figuratively. Maybe literally, if we have the right, you know what, never mind. I appreciate what you're doing for me. If you ever need a favor, I'll be happy to pay you back in kind. Straighten up the mic. There we go. The Ironworks airship will soon arrive at the cliffside outside town. Arya will make for the vessel whilst pretending to be Jesse, and you, Throat, will act as her bodyguard. We still have a little time until the airship is scheduled to depart. Make whatever preparations you need, then meet me by the Aetheryte. Okay. Alright, well, I think I've got everything I need, so let's just, Ooh, I need to do something about the earring. What do I have? Oh, I just have weathered earrings. I guess I'm taking the experience boost as Red Mage then. Oh well. A little bit of indigestion. The time has come! The Ironworks airship makes ready to depart, and our battle with the traitorous Lambert fast approaches. There is, however, one thing I have never been able to reconcile. Why did Lambert sell his soul to the Empire? He was the duelist's most brilliant scholar, and not the kind of man who would betray his homeland for vulgar coin. I was baffled when I heard the Empire had bought his loyalty. But no matter his reasons, the crime he committed was unforgivable, and we shall bring him to justice. Let us see the deed done, my friends, to the southeast gate. Let's be about it then. I need to get some more Gishel Greens. I'm down to 17 at the moment. This is it. Arya, take the path toward the North Silver tier and keep up the pretense as best you can. The airship is waiting near the Keeper of the Lake, but we can be sure the assassins will make their move before you arrive. Throat, it'll be up to you to protect Jesse on the road. Rather than let them flank us, I will intercept the large group meant to fall upon you from the south. You continue to surprise me with the potency of your offensive magics. Arya, with the progress you've shown, I have little doubt you could hold your own against one or two of those mindless assassins. But I must ask that you do not engage in combat unless absolutely necessary. The goal is to lure Lambert himself into the fray, and our charade must be convincing. Throat should be more than a match for this puppet underlings. I have no doubt of that. Right, then off I go. Off I go then. Oh, look at that. An encounter ring. Alright, so I should remember how to play as Red Mage. Alright, so what does this one do? Oh, okay. Alright. Oh wow, I took one out instantly. How much damage am I doing? Oh, apparently plenty enough. That was some battle. Are you ready to continue on? I'll go ahead as before. And I'll bring up the rear. I am not Stabby Potato yet, for I am just Red Potato. I am just a red potato. Very tasty when cooked and seasoned. When baked and seasoned. Alright. Nice. Oh. Yeah, I think I overgeared this, just a little bit. Hello? Yes, Throat has defeated every ambush so far. Very good. I've just finished mopping up the flanking group, and I will take up position near the airship. We continue with the charade for now. Make to board the airship as planned. Throat and I will conceal ourselves nearby until Lambert makes his move. He should have a few of his puppets left, and will be forced to take action directly. That's when we strike, together. Oops. Did you hear that? Let's keep moving then.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, we gotta nip this in the bud right now. Oh, yeah, I am on this half of the map. I thought I was heading toward the left for some reason. Yeah, airship's right there. Better hurry if we want to save somebody. There's what I was looking for. And unfortunately, Shanks is not going to be able to help me. There they are. What have we here? An imposter? 'Twould seem I've fallen victim to a child's ploy. Your cabal is in ruins, Lambert, and this time you'll face the consequences for your crimes. But first I must know, why did you turn coat for the Empire, after all we had achieved together? Still the same simple Zaroon. It's the same tiresome idealism. Your point? How many lives did we save, you and I? What did that truly accomplish? The ancient art of red magic is capable of so much more. A red mage restricts the source of his mana, but accelerates the effect of his spells via the medium of his own physical form. And what would befall such a mage who then attempted the same techniques whilst channeling vast ethereal energies of nature? Fool's endeavor. The wielder would be consumed. Just so. And there we see the true potential of the art. Imagine the incredible powers we could unleash were we not caged within these prisons of flesh. Oh. It was in the wisdom of the ancients that I discovered the means to transcend our limits, a method to transform one's vessel and command an even grander magics. Price to be paid, however, was a costly one. Restructuring my body required years upon years spent in arcane slumber. And was it worth it to surrender that which makes you mortal? I freed myself from my chains. I now command energies greater than any found in the black, or the white, or the red. Based on what you're wearing, you found it in the purple. Crimson Duelists were merely my first step towards greatness. Noble sacrifices for a greater cause. You damnable fiend! Oh, you're glowing. Oh, all you had to do... So apparently you can change your hair color and gain unfathomable red magic power. My art is unfeathered by weak-minded taboos. You cannot best me with your feeble red magics. Never once did I lose a duel to you. This day will be no different. Nice. You always were the better fighter. I've barely succeeded in giving you a scratch. But that's what you wanted, wasn't it? But a single scratch is all I need. Oh. You see, as a consequence of my transformation, my strength lies not in harming your body, but in draining your spirit. Once I've wounded you, your life force belongs to me. Oh. Well, that's not good. Oh well, you yet draw breath, but not for long. I shall send you to Thal's realm with the answer to your question, a reason for joining the Empire. My new form allows me to wield spells of a magnitude denied to ordinary mortals, but I must feed. If I fail to consume significant life energies, then I am afflicted with terrible hunger. Oh, you're a vampire now. My work as an assassin provides me with fresh prey and an ideal environment within which to pursue my research. I am eternally grateful to Xenos for his rare and generous understanding. You speak of achievements, but the constraints of red magic offered not but frustration. And now, after 2 decades of feudal resistance, is your struggle finally over? My friends, you must flee. You really think we're gonna flee? Alright. Protect the cat mage. Students of red magic, are you? Come then, show me how you resist the advent of your own destruction. You really want to say that to the warrior of light? And his cohorts? Oh god. Move. Gonna get you up as well. Let's hide behind this. You're shocked that I still live, eh? Oh god, I've got a vulnerability stack? What the hell? Oh, if I fully heal myself, I don't get to experience that. God, really? Oh, let's take out one of them. There we are. that up. Up. Oh God. Heal up a little bit. There we go. Whew! Actually, I had to think on the fly what was happening there. My comrades, you're the champions of the Red. Zaroon, you mustn't try to move. I'm not dead yet, lass. Though, it was nice that you thought to avenge me. What a miserable pair we make. The last of the Crimson Duelists, staining the ground scarlet with our blood. And I cannot even claim this final vengeance as mine. That honor goes to my students. But there lies the difference between you and me, Lambert. Your puppets follow your commands without question, but they'll try not to carry on your legacy after you're gone. Is that what 20 years of struggle has taught you? I admit the sense of justice with which you infect others has delivered you victory, on this day at least. But the fates are known for their spiteful twists of fortune. Take this aria of yours. I'm fine. It was a trying battle is all. Will this be the injustice which breaks you? Pity I will miss your suffering. So I'm guessing 60 through 70 is going to be focusing on Arya a little bit. Lambert knew something and it seemed to amuse him. Are you truly all right? I feel much recovered, honestly. We should return to Revenant's Toll. Yeah, I'm assuming level 60 through 70 is going to be focusing on Arya's backstory a little bit and how... and trying to get her memories back, I guess. It's still an effort to remain upright, but I believe I'll live. Seeing how you countered the technique which failed me was a proud moment indeed. You and Arya make a fine team. I expect the Deputy President will be along shortly. Alright, Jesse, you live. You have my thanks. Had you not uncovered this plot, I'd almost certainly be dead by now. It's quite a sobering thought. To throw an Arya who most deserve your gratitude, I was busy bleeding to death whilst the two of them vanquished the assassin's master. Is that so? Oh, feel free to send the bill for any expenses incurred on this operation to Sid himself. Oh, God. Think he has enough stress without you having to foot bills to him? With Lambert's death, so too will his cabal of assassins cease to plague us. For much of my life, I have lived with failure, the loss of my homeland, my inability to help prevent the calamity, but I chose to fight it on in the face of these defeats. It has taken 2 decades to right the wrongs of my past, yet finally I have managed a tangible victory for my home, and for Eorzea. You have made this possible. Thank you, my students, my comrades. Well, seeing as how I've surpassed you, I wouldn't say I'm a student anymore, am I? Teachings of your mentor awaken a new power within you. Manification! Alright. Next quest will be available soon. Well, after completing, patch, 3.5 stuff. Alright. Well, now I have Manification, and, just gonna pop it right there. And now back to Ninja, and we're going back to Foundation. Oops. Alright, let's continue the, main scenario. I have all of my level 60 Red Mage abilities. Alright, Ethernet. Leaves of Ishgard, I don't need to do that. Pillars. Last Vigil. Enter! Alright, Alphino. Let's, continue stuff. Fortuitous timing as always, Tatara was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then? Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Riel and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how... I don't know. I don't remember how to pronounce your name. Helped me to escape the Crystal Braves and limbs of Lamenta only to then disappear? Well, according to Riel, she crept aboard a ship bound for Razat Han where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Ida and Papalymo, the remains of their link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lake of all places. Riel thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping the Royal Promenade. Yeah, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see, and what of Thancred and Minfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted the services of a Charlian scholar, one of the students of Baldassian, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar, if time permits. But we must first attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Throat, I suggest we proceed to the congregation, and mayhap we can meet with the scholar afterwards, agreed? In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Knight for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. Keep wooing the drunkards. See what info you can find. Let's say, what does this quest go to? Godsfeld. I don't quite remember where that goes to. I'm going ahead and, hide that for now. Our Knight's Most Heavenly. Lord Commander is within. Pray proceed, sir. Hello, we are here.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
Estidian?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant.
Oh.
And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new Archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
So going forward, he's going to be the de
I did not expect you to
facto
divulge
leader.
quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited.
Fair. Fair.
Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom.
Oh, good.
Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
Become best friends with another dragon?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Oh. So, yeah, get another dragon friend.
Annex Shrine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on? To have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength.
The dragon is still loyal to Nidhogg.
Two eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
He is sleeping.
As
Well,
desperately
never
as
mind.
we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
And Estinian looks angry. I know little of the lands these dragons call home, the Sanix Trine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it, yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth, Throat and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru. Again. Throat? Alright. Figured she'd be used to this by now. Whee! So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to Alex Trine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Fodolfnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Y'shtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be... Time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Throat. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Bye, Tataru. Well, no, let no one say I didn't try. Stand before the congregation of our knights most heavenly, the headquarters of we knights who have sworn to serve the Holy See. I like him for some reason. You're ready then. Good, so am I. Which food am I gonna sell to the merchants? The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the Western Highlands and make for Tail Feather and the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Here we go again. Outside of Tailfeather. Okay, well, I can use this. My drink's on the left. And now it's on the right. My right. Not camera right. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon the Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside that past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting Ysayle to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocents on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of the impalpable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side, she fought in service to the greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet who can say what might come to pass should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to Onyx Shrine. If you will follow me. And there it is. Just hit Control on the keyboard and you'll be able to have the Aetheryte icon pop up to the front. Oh, you guys are all the way up there. Hi, Vidofnir. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Ysael. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his knights, 12, did willfully betray and murder the great worm Redatoskir, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Aesir Dragoon, and Ysael. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Ysael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. Excuse me. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon, my humble thanks. I shall bear your words to the Lord forthwith, until we meet again. Well, that went well. Off we go then. Off we go then. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Sharlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in searching for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave the lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make a thousand such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word.
Yay!
Another quest done! Oh yeah, by the way, this stream's probably just going to be tackling all of patch 3.1's main scenario quests. There she is! So, it would seem we have time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thangrid. I can only assume that she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola in Idleshire. Alright, then off I go to Idleshire then. Via teleport. Alright. Hey, look at this! More quests that I am not going to be taking on this character right now. Hey, Y'shtola! Ah, Throat, 'tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in Alexstrine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Hraesvelgar, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Off we go then. Let us meet with this Lalafell with a cat girl hood. Who is it, I wonder? I already know because I've already completed everything up to Endwalker on my main character.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
It's Kryl!
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryl,
Alpha
who has
knows
recently come
who
from the
she
Sharian
is.
motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Kryl and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Oh, do tell, do tell,
Thank
do
you,
tell!
Kryl.
Do tell, do tell!
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
Oh, we can spare a few seconds to hear what you said.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
Alright, onward to Master Matoya. Yes, I went under the bridge. You are zoomed in too much. Oh look, another, oh, I know where this one goes. I'm thinking I probably will do some of the side story stuff. But that'll be another time. Wait, do we do a dungeon for this patch's quests? So if we do, I think I know which one it's gonna be. Hey look, potions and ethers! Some more stuff to sell. You're a Dragoon. I am a ninja. It's a Kryl.
Oh. Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Oh, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
There's a reason people like her.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance.
Ponder the orb!
But never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
Y'shtola ponders the orb. I'm probably going to use that as the thumbnail.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes,
Y'shtola
so
ponders
too
the
does the
orb.
potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater
I make
than
myself
those
laugh
of this
at the
age.
stupidest stuff sometimes.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Smiling with my eyes.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin.
Kryl ponders the orb. Oop, did my camera... Hold on a sec, I'm gonna reset it. Alright, resetting webcam in 3, 2, 1! Okay.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Nah. Outside of Tailfeather, oh, I can just, do this. All right. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Krile, I have already prepared several sketches to Thancred for that very purpose. Wait, what? This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Y'shtola and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Throat and Krile question the resonance of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Lostast Voth and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. He's certainly matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. There it is! Anyway, we best get started. Find me when you're finished making your rounds. And leave the small people to do all this. You're lucky I like you guys, otherwise you would no longer have ankles. Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look at them. Alphinode's highly detailed sketch. No, ain't seen him around, sorry. Wait, does he have a lance? No, he's got an axe. A weird looking axe, but an axe nonetheless. What's that you've got there? A sketch? Yeah, have you seen this guy around? Can't say I know the face. You say something of a warrior? Heard tell the other day of a Hurrian vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style. The way they tell, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of a bleeding ball. Sound like your man? Yeah, that sounds about right. Say it kind of fits him pretty well. Hey, baby chocobo. A Hurrian man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks. See? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Oh my god, Thancred's gone feral. He's become a barbarian. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others found out. Oh god, he's become a berserker. Ugh. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There had been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none clear chance to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. Looks like that's our guy. So you've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments for a man of refinement, which seemed rather curious description for one of his kind. You're implying that Thancred sent Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? If you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Alphino. Oh my god, Alphino. Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. Good recovery, 7 out of 10. Stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Kryl. Quite right. Think before you speak, Alphino. That's how the Crystal Brave incident happened. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lost on Vath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. There's an achievement fate. Hold on a second. At 12.8, 15.8. Oh, 12.8, 35.8. Yeah, it's that one. Some other time. And definitely not on this character. Click, click. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lothas Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious, the hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey? No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Click, click. Good, good. He is a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly? And you're quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. Click, click. The fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Solmal, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Click, click. Gone to Lost on Nath. Lothast Nath. Not long ago when we heard the one mine had summoned our god once more. Ravana is returned? Vidofnir did say that the Nath had grown as before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for this help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, Grey Hunters, lest the Nath claim him as the sacrifice. Click, click. Alright, well. Let's go on ahead and try to get Thancred out of the sticky wicket. Well, not going to that one. Oh, hey, look at this. Let's go on ahead and do this. You really want to try to take me on? There we are.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
I heard explosions. No. Not Thancred. Clad in black. Who are these guys? Oh, God. Where's the ibuprofen when you need it?
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not. So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea.
And you are warriors of light of your own fashioning.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Ah, there's Thancred. Ooh. New duds.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Hey, Thancred.
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Yeah, let's get out of here first. They seemed hell-bent on wanting us dead. Well, we've got Thancred back, at least.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
Also, he wasn't the one that had the axe, so Thancred's not a berserker, yay!
My appetite for the dramatic. Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides.
Same squirrel.
Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement.
There it is.
From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
Hi. It me.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
Feels like one is higher than the other. Talking about my arm rests.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Either way, we gotta be careful of them. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals, despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors then attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how I found Throat. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that the band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land slaying primals without our knowledge, to imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I will be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Throat. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Yeah, it feels like one is higher than the other. Well, whatever. Hey, good news, Ravana has been defeated. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she had long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by Nanath, has been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fall. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation? As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years I have mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's conviction, be it for weal or be it for woe. Such is the folly and glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation. I think that's what the dragon said. Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey into Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Ysael. Would that you were here to see it. Oh, we're back in Ishgard.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
Oh.
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Oh, that ain't good. Oh, don't want that. Back to Foundation so we can see the fate of Emeric. Well, that's fun. Oh, you're right there. Right, let us not keep Sir Emeric waiting. He may keep us waiting. Are you quite well? Are you quite well? Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, yes, quite well. Forgive me, you have given me a rather lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardian and Dravonians and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there is no end to our troubles. What the hell? The hell was just used on me? Alright, to the congregation, let's go. You have returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. Pleased me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emeric's invitation. She has! These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander was here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off to a knife to the gut. What happened? Will he live? The Chirkurgians tell me that he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edamont and Lord Artorial not been on hand when the assassins struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We would dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. Just plain, these fires were started by the assassins' co-conspirators. Until they had been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Yeah, let's be about it. Hey, look at this. Primal accessories of fending and slaying. Or I can just get elegant silver pieces. I think slaying is for something else. Accessories of slaying. What am I doing? I've got item level 255 gear. I don't need that. Alright, well, let's go on ahead and get the pillars. Thancred, are you still trying to hit on people? While we could be sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, aye, the infamous Lord Emerelaine de Fortemps, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Throat. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him. Grizzled I will accept, but old. Ugh. Alright, to the Jeweled Crozier! Well, if it isn't Throat, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather gloom. Something the matter, old boy. I'm younger than you. Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it all. At all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hoplin is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more happy to accompany you to the Hoplin. To the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. No. Wait a moment, I know what it is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? Do me an injustice, old boy. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help you prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon Throat, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so kind as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming around in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Yeah, just keep me away from that guy. Alright, so I need to go up here. Probably to the tribunal. Would be a little bit easier. Oh, is there somebody... Somebody probably up there. Yeah, I see him. I probably should have gone to this one. Probably should have gone to the cathedral one. Unruffled refugee. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs, were it not for the church's generosity. I don't know what we do. Ah, a guy with glasses. Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilia. Excuse me. Halone's blessing be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the archbishops, Sir Emmerich, and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot and I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed, but maybe my arm's getting better after all. Okay. I definitely heard that text through my headphones. Alright, where am I going now? Rendezvous with Thancred. I think I'll just go down. Probably would be a lot easier. Yeah, definitely easier. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than the muddy testimony of a traumatized girl if we're to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymondaud's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how the ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the two occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but does give one cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. Alright, to the broom. Down the stairs I go. Yeah, down this way. Alright, where are you, Alphino? There you are. Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, Throat, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. That you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of them, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabbit and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks! He's the one who told me to keep going! Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man, but he came to me. He came to me! And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as escort a friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred, but how did you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it was worth the risk. And if our captain had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Alright. Cutscene's ended. I will be right back. Alright. Onward! Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. To the Forgotten Knight. Yeah, I think for the next few Final Fantasy XIV streams, it's just going to be one patch per stream. So basically, this is all going to be all 3.1. The next Final Fantasy XIV stream I do with this character is going to be all of patch 3.2, basically. And so on and so forth. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artorial, you are come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emerica in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My Lord Artorial did not seem to be in the best of spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Nah, I'll just get the silver. As goes light, so goes darkness. Oh, this looks like a quest to patch ending quest as any.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Are you sure you're well enough to
Commander,
walk?
your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you.
Are you sure you're well enough to walk, dude?
Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
Well, that ain't good.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
That guy.
They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Do they now?
Ridiculous. I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Oh, just say the word, just say the word, just say the word.
I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets.
Come on, give her more speaking lines.
I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
Come on, just say the word, just say the word. Let me at him, let me at him. My knives are so hungry.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Artoirel. To arms, then, friends.
Artoirel.
Time is against us.
Feels like he wants to do something. So, yeah, who are we to deny him? Any family member of Haurchefant's is a good friend of mine. To the pillars! Oh yeah, something funny happened when I was playing Final Fantasy XIV last night. I had a very long loading time when I teleported to an aetherite. Like 20 seconds. I thought the game had frozen, but then it just woke up. I don't know if that was an error with my with the SSD that the game is on or what. But I thought that was weird. Anyway, the here and now. Ooh, you look nice. Do not concern yourself with my safety, lest you forget I too am a knight. Alright. Listen well, we will enter the Basilia silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to serve under Lord Thoradon the 7th. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness of which they seized control of the vault, I think that highly likely, yes. Which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Artorial, you are a brave man and true. None would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. But are you certain you want to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. Halone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Time to topple religion again. Oh. I guess I do have to take these guys out. No, you don't. bless you. You must hurry. The others were taken elsewhere by Sir Simonard. Sir Simonard? So this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard, they've sounded the alarm.
Down with you!
No, you don't. Oh, can't free you yet. There we are. Second refugee has been saved. They took the other somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape.
You underestimate me.
And die. And die. You use a one-handed sword, but why the hell do you not use a damn shield? So Simonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the Archbishop. Oh, good. Well. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial then. Lord Torel, Throat, leave us and save the hostages. I'll deal with Sir Simonard. Alright. Yeah. Ah, here we go. Alright, there must be others nearby, but where? Right over there. Right. Whew, that was close. Well, at least you're not dead. Alright. Let's make sure that Emmerich doesn't die prematurely.
This knight does not yield!
And Zappy to death. Alright, up the stairs. We gotta find Alright. That's one more refugee. I think there's one more. Fury be praised. Ah, crap. Well, gotta get one more.
Where is he? Where is he?
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to
Fine.
run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
That could be arranged. Skip the word.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Okay, that's just creepy. Ooh. Oh! Saved! By a dragon.
What? But I...
Vidafne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
That could have gotten a whole lot worse.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt.
It's looking slim.
Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Giovannians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of horsifying you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
Parents should ever have to bury their child. Yay, quest done! This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. While time scarcely does it justice, but one moment later it would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardian who yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I informed Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have needed me, I shall be at Fortaunt Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. Seriously, don't break her heart. A moment, throat. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? He held his own in the vault, or... He got on well with Hilda, or I'm not sure how to put it into words, but... Yeah, something seemed off about his abilities. You sent a 2, then. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice at first, but upon closer examination I saw that his etheric flow had been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that nearby Beast Tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Krile may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last. And off we go to our respective waiting areas. Let me in! Let me in! In I go. Lord Edmund told me all about what Vidofnir did. Gods, how I wish I had been there to see it.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
Wait, what?
A shield, my lord?
Oh.
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Oh. Hey, and it's a shield that doesn't have a hole in it. Here you go. And then it teleports down. Here you go.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house.
Oh.
Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Oh.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
It's pronounced Durandare? Okay.
So I said to him, alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve. Or...
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well?
Well, this place is kind of like family to me, so... kind of have to.
Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
You alright, man? Okay. Looks like he was just... spaced out, or something.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortemps, heaven's word, as goes light, so goes darkness. Alright, well, I'm gonna get some more silver pieces. I'm also getting House Fortemps Kite Shield, and wind up. What isn't dead or is recreated in a goldsmith's workshop can never die. Urianger? This is thy proof? The Genome Oracles. Apocrypha? It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Who was that? Ah, it's Yida and Papalimo. Well? Everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Rhalgr, it had better be. What? Why? Oh god, why that camera angle? We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. Every one. I guess they're assisting in, I guess they're assisting them? They're assisting, the Alamegans, I guess. Alright, well, I think that's the end of the patch, quests, so... Yeah. Yeah, that's everything for patch 3.1. So this is where I'm going to end things off for YouTube. So take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time.